The views and comments expressed on the following radio program by its hosts and their guests do not necessarily reflect the views of rmconair.com or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Andrew Bogut, who broke his nose, gets the nice pass to Curry. Bogut playing with a protective mask. A broken nose suffered during the course of preseason. Curry facing a triple team. Hit. Steph Curry, the NBA's MVP last season. He averaged just under 24 a game. And pass. Here comes Curry. Curry all the way. Warriors up by 3. Curry right back from downtown. And how about Kendrick Perkins with an also at 8 points, and Steph Curry has opened up with sensational shooting. Not exactly a surprise. He now has 12 points. Curry puts it up. And hits the long three for Steph Curry. They now lead by 9. Off the steal. Here's Thompson. Iguodala, who just checked in. Open shot for Curry. Oh, what a move on the pass from Green. Iguodala for Barbosa. They whip it around. Here's Curry putting moves on. Curry to the rim. He scored! Made the move on the 7-4-2 Argentina. And again, it is Steph Curry, and that is an all-time high.
Wow. Good evening. Welcome to Just Sports with Sonny Wells. Man, that boy can score. We got some special people in the house tonight. Mixed it up a little bit. Here we go.
Kevin Davis.
Vince Oliver. Shout out to USC.
Kyle Mitchell.
Pierre Daniel.
Doc.
And we can start off by giving Sun Lady a shout out.
And Smitty.
And Smitty. Yeah, Smitty.
Hey, where you at,
Smitty? Smitty didn't call nobody and say nothing, but we give you a shout out anyway, Smitty. So we're going to be all NBA tonight. We started off with a clip, and the man was just killing them, man. Your thoughts?
Wow, dedication from Steph Curry. We got a new season starting off, and he started off right. I just can't. The words are not there. You know, we put up numerous points in the first half.
Championship qualities.
That's where we at.
Right there.
Oracle Arena was lit up.
Curry is doing what champions do. This is not like Seattle doing, who last year was in the championship. Now they starting off 0 and whatever.
Correct.
Curry is continuing the championship drive. This looked like championship number 2.
Yeah, it was 24 points, right? First period. Go ahead, young fella.
Just feel like nobody can guard Curry. He looked like me out there a little bit.
Oh, here we go.
I just feel like nobody can guard this guy.
Yeah, I don't think so. Historian, Mr. Peter
Yeah, well, I tell you, I mean, he's can get so far, but again, hold tight, fellas. It's only the first game.
Yeah,
it's only the first game of the season.
That's a hell of a start.
I'll give you that. But it's only one game out of 82. Number one. Number two, you're looking at the fact that you have everyone's pretty healthy. A lot of players who weren't healthy last year definitely ready to go this year. So it'd be interesting to see how long they can carry it out. I mean, again, besides last season, he was definitely injury prone, and he's. I mean, again, that's game one. Game one. Give him credit for that, but talk to me in another 20 games down the road. Let's see where he is then.
Doc.
A great first quarter for the beginning of a new season. Tip my hat to Mr. Curry. Long season. Great start.
Yeah, I don't know about that injury prone, though. He is rather strong. To be able to do all of those things that he does out there on the court, that takes a lot of strength.
Well, I mean, like his ankles, he said ankle problems in the past. I know he said foot problems, too.
That was 2 years ago. Before that.
Yeah,
He's been Curry now. He's now making the name for himself.
Right.
He looks
He's
like
not. He's not
breaking
trying
other
to
people's
live up
ankles
to
right
one.
now.
Yeah, he's not trying to live up to one. He is making it now. We're seeing it being done.
Yeah, that's-
in the minute, not giving him too much, but I would love to hear people say, LeBron who?
Well, I don't know about that. Yeah, I don't see
I just
that
wanted to say that real bad.
on
That's all.
LeBron.
I just wanted to say that really bad.
Since we're going to do all NBA, let's move on to the clip we got of the Clippers. And
All
I guess
right.
we got something with Mr. DeAndre Jordan. And he's just in beast mode out there. Let's run that.
Stevenson played by
They were fighting over him.
Griffin up top.
Oh, you see Ernie?
See what happened
inside.
We were 2 points away from seeing his six.
Hey, get your head out of there, Dirk. DeAndre move. Right, DeAndre swim move right there. The game in a lot of ways. Man. A lot of ways.
I got a headache. I didn't see that, so I wonder how he got it. And Clippers look good. They look good. Your thoughts on the Clippers?
Let's hope that the offseason was worth it. Working hard, coming back. They got to play strong. That's what it's going to take. To have a good season this year. The offseason, practice, because the way you practice is the way you play. And hopefully we can look forward to the Clippers having a good season.
Hey, Vince.
But they're coming off one of the biggest chokes in NBA history.
Right.
So they have nothing else to do except get past that. They must do better. They got to get to the second round and better. Else it don't mean nothing. All they can do is remember the choke.
Your thoughts, young fella. What do you think about them?
Man, I just think they're gonna make it to the playoffs again, and that's it.
Now, will they proceed? Will they progress? That's the real question. That's what we're looking for as fans and as the city of Los Angeles. Will they progress and move on to at least the second round of the playoffs?
Do that first.
Yeah.
Do that.
Come on, historian.
Yeah, well, first of all, they look good the first couple of games. I mean, they beat Kansas. Well, not Kansas City, but they beat Sacramento first game of the season, and then of course they played Dallas last night, and then the Lakers are playing Sacramento tonight. And last I checked, the Lakers were down by 40, and Kobe was 2 for 30. So I don't know where they are right now, but probably the Lakers probably by at least 30 points.
Probably worse.
But okay. But back to the Clippers at hand. I think the Clippers should have a nice regular season, but again, the proof is going to be in the pudding how well they do in the playoffs. But they have to get to the playoffs first, and if Doc can keep that volatile situation under control, I don't know how that's going to turn out. I think he might have a lot of personalities, strong personalities that might implode if they don't watch it.
Come on, Doc.
The Clippers, as a Clipper fan, I love the Clippers, but I try to openly objectively look at them for being on such a roller coaster ride with them. The Clippers there's no middle ground with the Clippers. This team that he has constituted now is either a recipe for disaster or it's going to be a recipe for one hell of a cake. So I just got to wait and see. I'm sorry. I wish I could have better news. Yeah, the victory was nice, but I saw some things I didn't like about this team, which to me showed the volatility of them. And like I said previously on shows, that the number one thing about the Clippers is that Doc has to coach the best season or the best he ever coached in his life. If he don't, this is a total recipe for disaster for the Clippers because there is no middle ground.
Wait. What did you see? I want to know what you saw.
Yeah, I was
Probably DeAndre free throw shooting for starters.
Well,
the hacker DeAndre, we might have to go through that. But what did you see specifically?
What I saw was a lot of everybody talking. Everybody have something. They got in the huddle, and everybody want to show their passion for. We got to do this. We should be doing that. And after a while, that's get old. If you're playing ball, you understand that, and these are professionals. And after a while, you just shut up and let everybody play. And it's just no.
I don't know about all that now.
No, it's you
coming into the huddle and being passionate about what's going on out on the floor. As long as it's positive, that's what you want. You want them to stay at that high level coming into there. Now, if they need some instruction, they need to shut up and get it from the coach.
Well, what I'm saying is that, but you're getting it from players, coaches, assistant coaches, coming from all of it. And after a while, that's get old. I'm just telling you,
I don't know about that. That gets old. It's a situation where you have some competent professionals who are coming in there. They know what they're supposed to do, and they're just passionate. Just like we saw the clip with DeAndre. They fouled the shit out of him. Excuse me, cussing. They fouled the mess out of him, and he came out like, you can't stop me.
Yeah, but
of course you might not.
What is that? Hey, Mr. Free Throws. What is that? To me, I'd rather have you make free throws and just hold it. Okay? Then all that muscling up and all that. Really? You go to free throw line, you miss.
I like all that muscling up because he be dunking on everybody.
Yeah,
I like
but
you don't get points for muscling up. You get points for putting it in a hole.
Don't put it in a hole.
Do that first. You can talk all that if you want to. You can muscle up. You could, rah, and then blow the free throws.
Right, and then you also have players like Lance Stevenson. He's openly said that he needs to start. He's not trying to come off the bench
like that.
He's not trying to come off the bench. He's not trying to be 7th, 8th man.
No, he needs to start.
He needs to start.
He's not starting on the Clippers.
Well, actually, he did.
He started.
Yeah, he started.
That was Doc's decision.
Right. But he was pretty adamant about that. I mean, and even Blake Griffin said there's a lot to be desired with the team chemistry now. He said that today.
Yeah.
Blake Griffin said that?
So what you're saying, Doc, is that because of all of this that's going on, this is hampering the team chemistry.
Yes, because
to get them where they need to be.
There has to be a leader. One leader among those 12 to 13 men. Okay, I don't know who's going to, how many have, but there has to be a leader. It can't be several. Okay, and there has to be those who accept their roles on this team going down this journey to become a champion. And he has a lot of volatile personalities on this team. And this is a long season, man. It's a long season.
I like
and the fact that if your goal is you only have one goal to get to the Western Conference Final, that long season when you know what your goal is to do can get treacherous. It can, man. I'm telling you, it can. So it's going to take the patient. Let's get there. Let's grow as a unit. Let's get rhythm, which they don't have, which Doc's trying to find with this team.
Correct.
Let's get those components for when we get to the end of the season, we're ready to go.
Okay. Hey, come on, Davis.
Right. Now, what I'm getting from this is basically we don't have any structure for the Clippers, and there's too many egos.
There's
a whole bunch of them.
Too many egos.
There's no hierarchy. When it comes to leaders and having multiple leaders, there's still the boss of the boss of the boss, and that's what needs to be recognized.
So there's
But you don't think Chris Paul? You don't think Chris Paul and
he's the floor
leader?
chief. He's the floor
right.
chief.
Oh, right on the floor, right.
Right.
And then Blake is probably second in line. Would you say?
I would gladly say.
Okay. So
that's what we should say. That should be recognized.
Right.
But when you have egos battling for those positions, that's when you need the boss, Doc Rivers, to
step in and
intervene,
implement the plan that they have to stick to as a unit, rather than my plan.
Yeah, the unit can turn from being a unit to a bunch of individuals.
Yeah. That's what you don't.
That's the problem. And I say it's a recipe for disaster.
So you're saying they're not following the pecking order.
I'm saying is that right now everything is lovely. It's a long season. That's what I'm saying.
And also, some of what Doc's saying as well is like, let's say if you look at someone like a Dennis Rodman, who he actually accepted his role as a role player.
Right.
Certain things, that's what he accepted. But some of those players that the Clippers have are pretty much trying to force them into, being in positions that they really, like, for example, Lance Stevenson certainly believes he's like, the star of the show. Only any doubt about it. And we know Paul Pierce coming into the mix, how he is.
Right.
When you're talking about Blake Griffin, you're talking about Chris Paul and your boy Crawford over the offseason, he was really, disappointed about how all that he didn't want half those players on the team. Saying did not play well enough to to keep the 6-man position going strong. You bringing in him, and all these other players, and I don't even know I'm going to be here. So all these all those factors you have to look at, and I just think that some of those, Josh Smith is another one. Who you're putting into the mix. I mean, that's That's that. You know, I'm talking about not when they're winning by 20-something points. I'm talking about when times are tough, when times
They
are
start
tight.
losing.
Who's gonna
That's
take,
when they start pointing fingers.
Who's going to take that last shot?
That's exactly
you know what I'm
it.
saying? Right. And this, that, and the other, like that. I'm talking about
Some type of structure.
This like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know they have to have. They have some closers. You know, Paul Pierce can still hit that shot when
Right.
he needs
No question.
to.
No
so
question.
it's when the coach is going to position him to take that role.
But they have several
Whether-
closers though.
Yeah, but that's the
Yeah,
thing.
but it don't. Paul does it pretty good. He still can do it.
No
he's
doubt.
Just one of them. But are they going to be able to gel and be allowed to figure out who's going to do what, depending on what game it is? And that's once again, that's like you said, Doc. That's the coaches, the head coach's position. Hey, you know what? We'll be right back after a break. Got to pay some bills. Pitbull here. Just Sports with Sonny Wells. We'll be right back.
Hey, are you tired of those same old energy drinks with bad taste? Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products with a guaranteed no aftertaste. Make a switch to Pitbull Energy Drink. Pitbull offers more energy with ginseng and vitamins B6 and B12. With a ginger ale lemon lime flavor, Pitbull meets the consumer's demand for better tasting and healthier energy products. For more information on Pitbull energy drinks, bars, and mixes, visit their website at hiphopbev.com. That's hiphopbev.com. Online orders available at hiphopbev.com.
What's your style? Curly? Straight? Wavy? Or maybe you like it natural? Introducing Secret Styling Hair Care Products by Smith Products Company, LLC. A complete line of hair moisturizers, shampoos, conditioners, and an assortment of other hair styling aids formulated for today's fashion-conscious consumer. Enhance your style. Get the secret.
We're back, Just Sports with Sonny Wells. Guests are in the house, and we just got through before break talking about the Clippers, and we saved this last segment for all of us. And I must say, the opening game with the Lakers, they lost by 1 point. Not good. Kobe looked good. Kobe looked okay after he got warmed up. He took a lot of shots. They'll look at me like, boy, did you see the game? That boy didn't do good at all.
Watch the games.
Yeah, I know. He was like 2 for whatever.
He was watching them with Laker glasses on.
Yeah,
Laker
had to be,
glasses.
man. You know,
You know?
what are you talking about?
Yeah, I know. But I'm a little disturbed.
A little?
Yeah, I'm a little disturbed because I put a lot of faith in the coach.
That's all, huh?
In
I'm a
between
lot
the
of disturbed.
In between the preseason and, now, because, like, tonight they're getting stopped. Kevin just checked the score. It's 123 to 102.
Where's the defense?
I don't know, man. They just haven't figured it out yet. It's tough with those young players to try and stop veteran players who have been in the league for at least 2 years or more on any NBA team.
Right.
The 2 and 3 year guys have worked up to the NBA strength. Mm-hmm. These guys are stupid strong. Right. You get up to them and try and push them, they don't move. And then when you try and move, they hold you, and you can't move either. So if you haven't been in that and you don't know what goes on there, you don't have a clue, and there's nothing you can do about it when they want to impose themselves on you. So
the other teams are opposing their will on the Lakers.
Yeah, because
but what about the Lakers opposing their will?
No,
they can't. They can't because
they're
too young and they don't have the strength.
Oh, I see.
They just don't have the physical strength to be able to keep up with people who've been in the league 2, 3, 4, 5 years. They can't. They don't have the strength. That's the only thing I can
you mind me
think of.
asking? Is Nick Young? Is he a rookie?
Nick
Technically,
Young.
You haven't played enough games to be a veteran.
What about Roy? What about Roy Hibbert? Is he?
Roy weak.
Is he first year, second year?
No,
he's many year, but he weak.
Weak is the key word.
He weak. He drugstore cotton weak.
Oh, okay. And what about number 24? I think he might have been in the league maybe
he's
a couple
old.
years.
He's old.
Yeah, he's old. But
he's old.
with limited minutes, he'll be okay. That's all they can do is limited minutes, just like they do with any other veteran.
I see.
They just get limited minutes.
Okay.
Now he can still be a closer at the end of the game. get his minutes in throughout and let him rest up halfway through the fourth period, just like the Zen Master used to do. Chicago Bulls and the Lakers, those guys rested in between there. But right now,
can you still be a closer when you're down by 30 points in the middle of the fourth quarter?
We close and go sit on the bench. That's all you. That's all you can close.
Okay,
it's hard to close with a 30-point shot.
Yeah, Lakers do not have a consistent outside shooter. They just don't.
Wow.
I didn't see the game. I didn't want to see the game because I was afraid of the outcome.
Yeah, because I'm about to ask you, Sonny, did you see the game?
You know, I basically know what's going on. Hold on. I basically know what's going on with the team. They have too many young guys. It's a building type situation.
A process.
Yeah, and you know, if these guys, the best they could do is to take the work ethic from Kobe and try and do what he does to get them so stronger. They just can't compete yet on that level because they don't have the strength. They're too young.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
And then the ones that have been around, they weak.
Oh, Sonny.
I'm just saying that's what's going on. Come on, Kev, give your thing on it.
For me, first game of the season, they showed up, but they didn't play like they're supposed to play. You know, they disappointed a lot of fans out there. They disappointed the coach. You can see it in the last minute. I really felt like Byron Scott should have took control of that last minute and called that timeout a little bit earlier rather than waiting until Kobe called that timeout. But that's not for me to say. You know, I'm not out there. I'm not coaching. I'm not playing. So, you know, only thing I can do is, you know, send my hopes and wishes that they make a better decision.
And you're probably right. Come on, Vince.
How could you have such a lead and lose by one? I mean, that's the biggest problem.
Against Minnesota in the opening night at home.
Yeah, you should not have to be looking for a winning shot after having a 15-point lead.
Yeah.
You know,
that
not
is
your whole
the
game
coach's fault.
So what happened to Byron, or what did they get away from that was working?
Consistency.
Did they think they were finished already?
No,
did they think it was only 3 quarters?
Or maybe all those missed shots that Kobe Bryant had turned into 5-6 point swings time and time again. They were just like turnovers, and ultimately caught up with the Lakers. And the Lakers, up by 16 points middle of the third quarter, ended up losing the game to a horrible Minnesota team at home, opening night, with all this
and
electricity in the air.
The last play for the inbound. Did you see that?
Why would Kobe throw in the ball?
Somebody explain this to me, because
if he took the shot, he would miss it.
When I first saw this, I thought this.
That's why.
I thought this was genius. Okay, I'm thinking. Okay, what he's going to do is use Kobe as a decoy. Kobe's going to take it out, pass it. You know, dive to the basket.
Nah.
Either get it back or just at least be a decoy. Draw everyone to him.
Nope. He drew
None of that.
What'd you say, Doc?
He drew the play up for Williams. The play wasn't drawn up for Kobe.
Do we have a boo track?
It wasn't.
Even though it wasn't for Kobe, where was the winning play? Win the game.
Well, Kobe went 10 for 13. I mean, he missed 10 of 13 shots.
That was the winning play. He just missed it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, he drew it up for Lou. He had no doubt Lou was going to take that shot.
Right.
He drew it up for Lou.
I can agree with that.
And when you have that, you need your best guy taking the ball out. Make sure the ball get in.
I can agree with those assessments because that's coming from you, and I respect you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
The thing is Kobe just standing there. He throw the ball in, just stay there and watch the game with everybody else.
Well, he's.
Oh, you mean a $27 million man? He's supposed to always take the last shot of the game?
Not take the last shot.
Okay.
Be the decoy.
Well, it depends on how the players drew it. It
that's
has
what
been drawn up.
It was drawn up.
It was drawn up like that, and hey, you know, if it was a curl type of play that he drew up, hey,
let's talk about something that I think possibly could be going on that I've experienced recently with the Trade Tech team. Now, we went to a showcase a month and a half ago, and it was a 2-day deal. On the first day, which was a Saturday, I couldn't be there. So we had the other assistant coach there. And the first game, we blew him out. The second game, we had the other assistant coach all in my brother's ear. Now, we lost that game. Okay, then he gets 6, passed some gallstones, and the next day was Sunday. We had to play the 2 top teams in the tournament. San Diego City had 3 7-footers, and then we had to play San Bernardino, who had people who looked like they were Olympians, all of them. So the difference is, on the day that I was there with my brother, I didn't say nothing. I let him coach the game. He made all the right subs, all the right timeouts, and the game went down to the wire.
Correct.
So I'm thinking that possibly, just like you were talking about the Clippers, there may be a bunch of jargon on the bench with Byron Scott, and he can't make the decisions that he needs to make because
lack of focus. You got too many people.
If you got a 15-point lead and it's coming down the stretch, you protect that.
Yes,
that's the first thing that you do. So maybe he's got a lot of people all in his ear, and he can't focus on what it is he needs to do. Whereas I was with my brother, I let him
remain
do what he needs to do to make his decisions.
Right.
And whatever, and he made all the right decisions, and we win the game. Much tougher game than the previous day. So, 1 point, you had a lead and you blew it.
16-point lead,
and I have to say that's a coaching error.
Yes.
That's not the players. That is a coaching error. So, and tonight I don't know what happened, but they got blown by 20, a dub.
Could have easily been double.
They picked up from the fourth quarter, and they played these quarters like they did last night.
If you don't mind me asking, how long has Byron Scott been coaching in the NBA? And after you answer that question, I'm gonna shift it over to Doc so he tell us about Cal USC
so he can,
tomorrow afternoon.
I don't know the exact years, but it's been a long time.
Right, and shouldn't he know that by now? Okay.
Well, the thing is, see, when you're in the heat of battle,
right,
and someone says something to you, you have to trust it.
Yes,
you can't question it. You have to trust it. Now, if it works out later on that that wasn't the right thing, you'll deal with it. But in the heat of battle, hey coach, blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. And he does it, and he makes whatever changes he makes, and then it may not be the right ones. My situation, I found out that this guy from another coach was all in my brother's ear and made subs and stuff that he normally wouldn't make. And so I was like, oh, okay. How do you come back the next day with 2 tougher teams and do what you're supposed to do because you ain't had nobody in your ear? That's why you did what you're supposed to do. So maybe Byron's got people in his ear, and he needs to take care of that on the staff.
I don't think that's the case with Byron. Byron is very definitive what he wants to do. And he was very definitive at his press conference after the game what he wanted to do with that final shot.
I agree with Doug.
And he was definitive, I think was a wrong decision, in playing the kid off the ball. You got to make a decision with this kid and let him run. Let him play. Let him make his mistakes. Live with him, and let the kid have a chance of getting better. This kid,
Russell.
Yeah, Russell. He can't play off the ball.
Did?
No. The first game he had Russell playing off the ball. The kid been playing on the ball, having the ball in his hand all his career, and now suddenly you want to do that to him? Bad mistake. And tonight, the kid played. He shot some threes, which was, I'm like, you got to do better than that, because when he shot the threes, nobody was near him, and he could have easily drove in for easy shot. A much better shot until you can get your feet under you in the NBA or hitting threes. Now, and tonight, this team played, number one, they're a small team. Okay, length is not a asset of the Los Angeles Lakers. And number two, I noticed one thing, they may not be as athletic to make up for not having length as they should be. Okay, and number three, Kobe is shooting threes because something is wrong with Kobe. I think that calf that he just had is an issue.
Was he favoring it?
His knee, but let's switch
something.
I'm with you.
Switch up, come up here.
Okay, I'm going to switch to the Cal, but Lakers are long stories, a long season. We're going to get on to components of why they're not succeeding.
What's happening tomorrow at 12 o'clock?
Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, I'm hoping Cal, Berkeley, UC Berkeley, Cal will come through and have a victory because they need one. They jumped out at the beginning of the season 5-0 and doing well, but they have hit a juggernaut and not playing well, and I'm hoping that these kids can get themselves into a bowl game, and because they're a young team and they don't have that many seniors, and they got some incoming freshmen who are pretty good looking at coming to the university. And I'm pushing and hoping that they can pull off and beat USC.
What number's your son? What number's your son?
Number 32.
He plays what?
He's a freshman. He plays the dime package, which means he comes in and keep the end as an outside linebacker / safety.
Okay. All right. So go ahead.
And what about you, Sonny?
That's right. Trey Tech. We start next Friday, 3 p.m. We play a team from the Inland Empire. I can't remember their name.
Are you playing at Trey Tech?
At Trey Tech.
Okay.
3 p.m. next Friday at Trey Tech.
Are you going to be here next week?
And I'll be here next week, right?
Oh, yeah. No, I didn't know.
3 o'clock to 9. The game ain't but an hour and a half.
Oh, I know. I don't know. How know about afterwards? How you guys?
I'll have a report. This is a very important game against a very, very good team. It's part of our test. We passed most of the tests throughout the preseason, and we open up with these guys. And we win this. Once again, we'll send some more shockwaves through the JC community. Shout out to my brother. They gave him the athletic director's position.
Oh, congratulations.
They overturned it. The other guy, something happened. We don't know. My brother showed me the memo. So,
fantastic.
We're in there like swimwear.
That's great news.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Just Sports. Sonny Wells. We out. See you next week. Bye.
Some chicken grease.